Hi, my name is Joe. Welcome to the Calgary Herald Yoga video series.
I'm Hart.
Hi, Hart.
Hello.
So this month, we're going to offer you a video yoga class to help you prepare for bed. And so a lot of, this is February, days are shorter, we have longer time to prepare ourselves for bed. And if you take the time to prepare yourself for bed, with the same effort that you do when you prepare to go out, then the benefits come in that you transition from your day to relaxing. And so we're going to start with a little foot massage. And I have with me, this is Nature's Essence, the local Calgary company. Do a massage bath oil. I really like it. It smells really nice. You can get it at co-op. So you would take a bit of oil. We're not going to oil our feet right now just because we're going to continue on with this and still in our day. It's obviously not nighttime. But you put a little oil in your hands and you just kind of rub it together. And so we're going to start with just taking your right foot over your left leg. And so you might be able to sit like this, and if not, then you would just stretch your left leg out, look at the sole of your foot, or whatever you need to do. So you can have the sole of your foot, take that oil, and you're just going to rub your foot up and down, and just let it be. So I'm picking my foot up. You can do that too. You can even just leave it here. Okay, so then we start just by twisting the toes. And so you start with your big toe, use both hands, start at the bottom and the top, and just give the big toe a twist. And then move to the next one and next one. Just give each toe a little twist just to wake them up and just encourage a little bit of blood flow in there. And then once you get to the pinky, just pull each toe, just give it a pull. Yeah, good. Next one you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand and you're going to weave your fingers in between your toes. And the reason we're starting with the feet is that our feet take a lot of abuse during the day. Everything is actually structurally comes from the feet. And so if you have crunched toes, if putting your fingers between your toes is really uncomfortable, then you just need to do this more. So you kind of pull the toes up, try and get web to web, and then you can use your thumb to just push in and just massage the sole of your foot. And then I'm also moving my toes at the same time, so it's good stuff. Okay, and you can take your time, go as slow as you want to here, breathe nice and relaxed. And then we'll release the toes, and you'll just take your both hands and corkscrew your whole foot, just like you did on your toes. Just give it a little twist. Yes. And then take your thumbs and just give yourself a little press into the sole of the foot and up through the arch, the outer edge of the foot, and just pinching around your heel. Just kind of wake everything up. Good. Okay, so like I said, you can take longer on that. If you like it, then you should do it more. And take your feet out and just look, and I can see that was really quick, but there's a big difference in the color of my feet already. I don't know if you can see, probably can't see that. And then you'll do the other side, but this is a short video, so we're just going to stop here. Although I can really feel a difference between my 2 feet already. And so that's a great thing to do. Okay, so now we're going to get into our practice. So you've done that, you've relaxed yourself, you're breathing, and we come into child's pose. And so you start on your hands and your knees go wide apart, tops of the feet on the ground, big toes touch, shift your hips back towards your heels, and lower your forehead down to the floor. And you can prop this up in lots of different ways. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can throw a blanket between your hips and your heels, place something underneath your forehead. So as we move into a quieter practice, we want to have some pressure on the forehead, as right between the eyebrows is your third eye chakra. And directly behind that is your pineal gland. And the pineal gland is responsible for producing melatonin, which is what helps us sleep. So all of these poses are going to have pressure on the forehead. So you would stay here for as long as is comfortable. You can stay here for 10 breaths, it's about a minute. Longer if you're comfortable, and just sink in. And release your day. Just feel your breath. Listen to the sound of your breath. Good. And then you walk your hands back, and Hart's going to press himself up to sitting, and we're going to do some forward folds. So I'm just going to have Hart turn to face the camera. He's going to sit on the bolster. Okay, and so you want to sit up on something so you're comfortable. So we have yoga bolsters here. You can, if you have these, great. If not, you just use folded blankets or some cushions. So our first pose we're going to do is Baddha Konasana. Just Baddha Konasana, forward fold. So soles of the feet together, knees are open out to the side. I don't have any blankets with me right now. I could probably grab something, but you just throw something underneath your knees, prop it up. And then we'll take the bolster, and Hart will hold the bolster in front of his feet or on his feet, and lower your forehead to rest on the bolster, and then interlace your fingers just in front of the bolster, just to kind of hold it there. Okay, so this is number 1. I know Hart can go deeper, so go ahead and take the bolster, Hart, to wherever you think you'd like it to be, and you can rest yourself down. Yeah. Okay, and you can even put your hands, your arms on top of that bolster, and palm over palm, rest your head. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so again, 10 breaths is like just to let you release, listen to the sound of your breath, let yourself rest here. Okay, so we're going to pretend it's 10 breaths. And Hart will press himself up. And as you press up, just don't let your head be the last thing to come up. So we keep that feeling of softness. Good. Oh, eyes closed. This is what happens when you take these poses. You just want to stay there, or stay in that state you created. Good. From here we move to Janu Shirshasana. So you're going to have Hart extend his left leg out to the side, and you keep his right leg in Baddha Konasana. And I'm actually going to grab something for you just to place underneath. Oh, your knee's good. Okay. Good. Okay. And then from here, hands go on either side of the stretched leg. Inhale and lengthen. And exhale, fold down over your stretched leg. And you just walk your hands out. Just let yourself come down. So Hart is nice and open. This is 5 years consistent practice. That's what happens. His practice was nowhere near here when he started. Okay, so as you bring your forehead down, you can grab that bolster, Hart, and just rest your head. Maybe show if you lift the bolster up. So if you're a little stiffer, then you're not going to come as far down, and that's okay. Things open with practice. And so you can be here, or go ahead and go to your place and breathe. You can take it down. Yeah. And again, releasing. These poses work on a deeper cellular level. So we're actually inviting in rest and release. Again, 10 breaths here, and then you'll press yourself up, and you're going to do the opposite side. So just push pause on the video, do that, and then unpause. Good. Okay. So after you've done both sides, the next pose we're going to do is Upavishta Konasana. And that's both legs out to the side. And I know Hart's come off his bolster here, and that's fine, as he is relatively open through his hamstrings. But if you're very tight here, sit up on a height, and it will take the pressure off. If your knees are sore here, then you would just throw a blanket, rolled up towel, or something underneath it. So I say sore, but if it's more like if you have pain, reduce the stretch. All right, so we'll bring the bolster in front. Okay, so we're just going to start with the most basic. You're going to tilt that bolster up the same way you had for Baddha Konasana. You're going to rest your forehead on it, and you can pull this bolster in as tight, as close to you as you need. You have less of a bend. And then you can interlace your fingers and just rest there. But Hart, go ahead and take it down to where you need to go for this pose. Okay. Yeah. Good. So I should say he was nowhere near here when he started at all, not even close. So it was exciting. Okay, great. So again, 10 breaths. If you can go longer, great. If you're just sometimes after 10 breaths, your body's just starting to settle. So stay as long as you like, and then you can repeat any of these poses again. Good. Okay, so I'm going to take Hart out of this. We'll pretend he's been here for 2 minutes, about 20 breaths. Good. And by now you should be feeling very relaxed. So you can see it in his face already that it's just something's happened. Yeah. Okay, so from here we move to Shavasana, and we're going to do a bent leg Shavasana. We have a chair here. Hart's just going to pull it in onto his mat. Just like that. Now you can use your couch cushions. You can set your mat up right against your couch and do this same thing. So I'm just going to have Hart turn around. He's going to lie down on his back and place his calves on the chair, the seat of the chair. Yeah. Am I in your way?
Scooch down.
Yeah. Okay, so you just tuck your feet. We have this kind of a chair. You can tuck your feet underneath it. Yeah. Good. Okay. So I can see his chin is above his forehead. So you either pull your chin down or put something underneath your head. Good. So you can stay here. If your back is bothering you, you just lift your hips, slide your bolster or folded blanket underneath your hips, so you just reduce the height. a little bit there, but I can see Heart's very comfortable. So this is a lovely Shavasana to release your day again. Your legs are slightly elevated, so we're changing the blood flow. Very soothing for the brain. Good. So I'll let Heart stay here in his Shavasana. And I'm going to thank you. And thank you so much for watching. Namaste and happy yoga and have a good sleep.